Scissor or Skyzor. I don't know which it is. Hello, my name is Bryce and welcome to episode 2 in my Let's Play Planet Coaster series. We are back with Foxdon Park 2, and since the last episode I've not done an awful lot. I didn't want to do a lot of camera, but I wanted to just try and progress things at least a little tiny bit, and I'd say that's definitely been achieved. So we got rid of this one here, while blue, which was over here, and we've replaced it with Insanity. I'm just going to rename that. I really despise the way the game automatically puts a number on the end of things. We also replaced the carousel just because guess we complained it was too old. Scissor or Skyzor. I don't know which it is. Let me know in the comments how that's pronounced. That's getting old, and I think we may have to replace it kind of soon. And we also added the Psychola over here, which seems to be very, very popular. It's generating a reasonable amount of income, or at least I thought it was. Apparently it's too intense for 1% of people. I'm not going to be concerned by that. I had a little issue with janitors and mechanics just quitting, but I've trained them up now and they seem to be sticking around, and we actually seem to be making profit at the moment, which is absolutely brilliant. Even though I did, since the last video, take out a small loan, $5,000, and that's got 10 months remaining on it, but it's just at the default $6.25 per month. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get this amount here to equal the payoff loan amount, and as soon as it does, I'm just going to click this button to pay it off, just so that we're not paying enormous amounts of interest, and then see if we can be within a range here that's going to allow us to actually spend some money on some rides. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So upcoming jump cut. Okay, so that seems to have worked out. We have paid off the loan. There's no more loans, and we are making cash again. So what I think we need to do here to take our park into the next level is, oh dear, because Insanity broke down. Okay, that's fine. So we should actually start going into profit again pretty soon. And what we're going to do to take our park to the next level is build a roller coaster, because roller coasters are where the money really is. And we're just going to build this here piece by piece as we make the money to do so. It might take a little while, so I'm going to present this bit as a time lapse. So here it goes. Okay, and we have our first roller coaster, and amazingly, I'm actually really pleased with that. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, it's pretty damn simple, but it has a half decent rating, and I think we can probably get away with about $14 for that. So let's just open it and see what happens. And okay, I've not done any theming or anything, and please continue to bear in mind that this entire park is just the preliminary bit that's going to allow us to actually have an income and actually start to build the real park, the actual park. So the plans are to sort of build a big main street coming off the main entrance just here, running all the way down the middle, and then have different zones coming off. So off one side we'll probably have like a fairy tale area over here, and then like a western area over here, and a pirate area here, and something else over here. But we need to start somewhere, and this is where we start. Because the game, I don't want to play in sandbox mode. I find it gets boring. I like these challenges that you get in this. In fact, we just achieved a challenge to build a coaster with an excitement rating of at least 3.0, which gave us $1,000. So we'll claim that. Achieve a monthly profit from coasters of $500. So I've got a feeling that this coaster here is actually going to allow us to... Let's just speed up time a bit and make sure people actually go on this. Which they're not. It's too expensive. Okay, so let's reduce the price of that a little tiny bit, $12. The average guest happiness is declining apparently. Okay. And so why are guests no longer happy? Let's go to here. Entries free. Blah blah blah. Oh no, Insanity's broken down. Oh no, Psycho's broken down. I stepped in sick. Okay, so that's gonna badly affect the happiness of our guests, isn't it? What can we actually do about that? I don't see any sick anywhere. Our janitor is doing his job. There is genuinely no sick anywhere. I don't know whether this is just a remainder of the people who think it's too expensive. No, it's not, because that just went up. So okay, $12 still too expensive. Let's change that to 11 and see if that percentage drops. What I might do is train our janitor and give him a pay rise. We seem to be making money at this point. And that is possibly dropping. Yep, it's dropping. So I think we've got the balance right on the price of this. If that goes up again, then I'll drop it by another $1 perhaps. In fact, I'd be confident enough to say that at this point we should probably do some more research, and I'm tempted. I think we should research another coaster, maybe a thrill ride. And I'll tell you what, we'll research the first aid as well, because that would help us with our sickness. So while we wait for those things to research, we should pretty up the queue area on this coaster, and I'm not going to spend too much time doing this, purely because we're going to demolish this whole area once we actually start building the important parts of the park. So the first thing we're going to do bring this up, roughen it all. I'm not going to do this I'm not going to spend too much time doing it. I'm just going to bring up the landscape over here. In fact, I've touched the boundary of the park there, which I'm going to try to avoid to do. It doesn't look good at all. But I'll leave that little bit that I've just accidentally done. And I'm going to bring it all up to follow the shape of the track there. Make it all rocky along where the track is. And then we're going to blend those in using some rocks. And I believe it's not that one, perhaps that one there blends nicely with the terrain in this biome. Yep, that looks good. I'm just going to concentrate for a moment on the queuing area. In fact, whilst I do this, we're going to go to a time lapse just because it's very boring to watch and there's not going to be an awful lot going on. So here comes the time lapse. Okay, there we go. We've got some theming going on. We've got rocks and horrible looking rocky landscapey texture. I've brought the landscape up underneath the shape of the track just to make it a little more interesting looking, and it's given us a Q scenery rating of 100%. And if I go to, is it here, results, track scenery rating, okay, that's still low, but I think that kind of depends more on how things interact with the track. So if we were to place things over the track and so on, and maybe even build a station building for this, that would probably improve. But for the moment, I'm pleased enough with that. It's going to the Q scenery rating is going to make sure that people are willing to queue for this, and yeah, that's good. And apparently, the Skizzer looks older than me. How old is it? It is aging. Right, opened on year 3. Well, unless you're 2 years old, because we're currently in 5, you shouldn't be riding it anyway. It's not that old. But, on the bright side, we are making money. If you look at our where is it? Finance, and here, we are consistently making money, and we've got $17,000 now, which I think is the best we've had it so far. But we've also got some research here. So we've got Looney Tunes co-star, we've got kickflip, and we've got first aid facility. Hurrah! Okay, so I'm gonna just instantly drop down the first aid facility. How do I select this? This is technically a building. There we go. So this is technically a building, so if we're going to edit that and then select facilities and first aid, we can place that on the same grid. There we go. So we now have a first aid facility, so anyone feeling ill can go in here and get treatment so they won't vomit all over the place. So that's that. We've built a coaster, we've managed the park a little bit, and I'm relatively happy with what's going on here, and I think I'm going to call this a day for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, click the like button, subscribe for more content like this, leave me your comment suggestions and so forth in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.